I have a fascination for Revolutionary War patriot John Lawrence. And it's not just because he advocated for freeing enslaved people or that he was exceptionally brave in the cause of liberty. I want to know why he could be so reckless sometimes and take unnecessary risks. Like, why, John? And that's what led to his death during a South Carolina skirmish in 1782. He was leading a corps of infantry with a howitzer, which is kind of like a cannon with a shorter barrel. And they were planning to stop a British flotilla at Tar Bluff on the Combahee River. And when he realized that they were outnumbered by redcoats, he had two options. They could either attack or they could fall back and wait for a much larger group of patriots who were already on their way. But Lawrence decided to attack. Now, I like to place myself imaginatively in scenes from American history. So I imagine what if I was a 15-year-old boy following John Lawrence into that battle? Being 15, I would naturally be idealistic, but I'd also be starting to think for myself, you know? So the date is August 27th, 1782, and I'm no longer Sarah. I'm Sam. And I'm a steady marchin'. We've been walking since 3 a.m., and it's almost dawn. Even with the sun just peeking through that Spanish moss over there, it's hotter than Hades in South Carolina. But I won't let that disturb me. I'm fighting for my country. And then I hear some soldiers talking about how we should be waiting for some other troops to arrive, that they are on their way because they know that we're outnumbered. They're saying that Colonel Lawrence is leading us into a death trap. I need to get away from here and think. So I'm going to tell folks that I hear the call of nature, and I'm going to slip behind a tree and another tree and another. And I see two other fellows are doing the same thing, but they're going another direction. Now, don't judge me too harshly. I'm prepared to die for my country. But why are we marching into a death trap? We're winning the war. It's almost over, and now we're just trying to stop the British from raiding plantations for food. I don't want to die for nothing. Well, I know what I'll do. I'll just wait and see if I'm needed to tend to the wounded. And before you know it, I see the redcoats firing from some heavy brush near the road, and they shoot Colonel Lawrence right off his horse, and they shoot some foot soldiers too. And then the other soldiers are making a hasty retreat. The Patriots are. And now the British are hauling off our howitzer. And that's just before the Patriot cavalry shows up. Well, now all I hear are the screams of the wounded. And as I get a little closer, I see that there are soldiers already binding up their wounds. And then I can hear someone say there are 2 dead and 19 wounded and 3 missing. And now Colonel Gist is ordering his detachment to the stock plantation. And he says that Colonel Lawrence shall be buried there with every mark and distinction due to his rank and merit. I can hardly believe that Colonel Lawrence is dead. And I live to tell the tale.